Don't touch me.
That was such a slow reaction, bro. I held your hand and then you were like, oh, I'm having affection. And then you're like, wait, no. This is not the affection I want.
Hey everybody!
I'm Will.
I'm Sam, and we are Working Title!
Good enough.
Nice.
Hey everybody, we're back. It's
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Brotherhood.
Episode, I don't know what, I don't have the remote.
13? Yeah, we're far.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes!
Okay.
Yes! Give me a fucking remote, damn it. This is Season 1, Episode 13.
Okay.
The Beasts of Dublith.
Last on, we met the teacher, Izumi, who we learned helped the boys in training for alchemy. We learned that she also had done the taboo as well as them, but she didn't really come from a critical place. She understood them and understood what leads people to that point. She had an awesome husband too, big old man. Mm-hmm. The boys were on the island and they had to learn what the phrase "all is one and one is all" means. And I don't know where we're going off to next, because that was the destination for the boys.
Oh, you're forgetting something else that we saw.
What did we see?
I don't remember.
We saw their dad.
We did.
And we learned about their dad.
We learned that he's on the hunt for something as well, and it seems like whatever he's doing, it's looking successful.
Say the name.
Oh, I don't know.
Hohenheim.
Hohenheim. That's
Love that name so much. That name is gas.
It's pretty good.
Hohenheim. Guys, if you enjoy our content, make sure you leave a like, hit the subscription button, notification bell's right next to it, leave a comment down below about what you thought about this episode, leave a comment about what you thought about our reaction, just tell us good morning, tie your shoes while you're at it. If you want to see this show 1 week in advance, check it out on Patreon, as well as Jujutsu Kaisen, Vinland Saga, Star Wars Visions, Squid Game, and I think that's it. Silent Voice.
Nice. This is not Mark Substitute. If y'all want to check out Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, go whatever anime streaming service you prefer, and then come back to YouTube and watch your boys Working Titles reaction. We're gonna punch it.
Bow!
Alright, Sam, don't look, because I don't even want you to see this thumbnail.
Okay.
That's why I was like, yes!
To think you saw it and managed to survive. I doubt you even know how impressive that is.
I trust you.
You're expelled.
Oh!
nice.
The trains are still running. Get on one.
Damn.
Thank you for everything.
Remember when Sam was just like, yeah, she was so understanding.
Yeah. She seemed like it.
How are you enjoying the dub? I feel like one of the episodes you still said the sub has a nice place in your heart.
Sub still better to me, but I'm enjoying this. I got used to Ed's voice. I really didn't like it at first, or like I remember one time I tried watching it in English and I was like, oh fuck this.
Because I know this is universally accepted in dub.
Yeah, people people are good with it dub, but the sub is still good. Like people like the sub. I think it's like an even tie for most people.
That's rare. There are not a lot of shows like that.
Dublith.
Feel free to drop by if you're ever in town.
I'm not so sure about that.
You idiots! You're so busy pouting you can't see what your expulsion means. You aren't her students anymore, so now you're finally free to speak to Izumi as equals. Unless, of course, you're too chicken to try it.
Thank you. We're heading back there right now.
Don't let her kill you.
Oh god.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want her with a knife around me, honestly.
Teacher!
Oh!
What the hell are you doing coming back here? And you call me teacher? I do not teach.
Look at Al.
Get
Yeah.
out of my home! Teacher!
We came to you because we're trying to find a way to get our bodies back.
Get out now! We're staying!
That's right.
Beat her ass. I guess.
Beat him up. Beat him up. Beat him up.
You idiots.
I love her dreads.
She's like my
You didn't
type.
see the truth, did you?
No.
Like girls trying to punch you in an argument.
Yeah.
You must have lost
Well, you mouth it out.
Shock.
Mommy? Sorry.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Did she step on you?
His entire body
I mean, yeah, sure.
Just think what you must have seen.
I mean, I don't care. I'm probably not her type. I don't look like a freaking bear.
That's true.
I'm like the fox.
I was gonna say that's more me.
Damn.
That's me. That's me.
If I can remember what I saw, then we'll know how to get our bodies back.
Not the memory of that thing. Awful.
The truth.
They're talking about
The eyeball
Yeah.
truth thing.
I hate that
Brain
thing.
dead. I have an acquaintance that might know a way to retrieve your memory for you. But
The beast of
let's
Dublith.
eat dinner first. Give me a hand.
Hell, maybe she's the beast of Dublith.
Rumors are true. She's able to transmute human souls.
Ripper.
Whoa. What? Was that a human or a lizard? Or chimera? Like a...
There's only 1 week
More
left
mustaches.
until the big transfer, huh?
I love it.
Master Sergeant Kane Fury. Warrant Officer Bato
Oh,
Baldwin.
it looked like young Hughes.
Second Lieutenant Hymans Breda. Second Lieutenant Jean Hammock. First Lieutenant Risa Hawkeye. Gather up your things. All 5 of you are transferring to Central with me. And no objections. Understood.
I've got a problem, sir. See, I just started dating this girl and I really like her.
Dump her.
Get over it.
Sorry, buddy.
That's the squad.
Damn.
Oh yeah, dude.
Straight concrete slabs.
I know the animosity you feel. The state alchemist is responsible for the burning of our village and the death of our loved ones. But your vengeance will only sow the seeds of further violence. What you're doing is senseless revenge, and it's feeding a fruitless cycle of death.
Wise ass man.
Anybody home? Would you look at that? He
Oh,
really is
Lord.
here. What the? Guess he didn't want the reward.
Oh, hey.
How could you do something like
It's
this?
the guy.
We took
From the
you in
wanted
and treated
picture.
you like family when you had nowhere else to go.
Just shut up! I never even wanted anything to do with you, Ishvalans! You lost your war, but I'll rise again! I'll rise up! I will rise! And I'll use my power to annihilate Edward Elric! Now,
I forgot about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Only bring more trouble if I stay here. Thanks for making this easy, pal.
You're dead.
I'll give you a moment to pray to God. You should be the one praying, freak!
Did you not just see what happened to the other dude?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Your brother would be sad.
Oh, dude.
Still, it's too late to turn back now.
Screw that guy, man.
Psst. Lizard? Oh, it is. Ew. He's like a little goblin.
He's like lizard rat
He's
bag.
here.
Yeah.
There you are. About time.
I'm guessing you're the people that wrote this note.
That's right. We know a lot about you.
Well, that's good, because there's a lot about me that I don't know.
Then I'm the guy you want to talk to.
But my teacher always said I'm not supposed to go with strangers.
You gotta act like an adult and start taking some risks.
You think so? I should think for myself?
Yes, and you can start by coming with
Yeah, right.
So I thought it over for myself. And I decided that I should just make you tell me what I want to know.
Damn straight.
So you want to do this by force?
Oh!
That's a broken nose.
Oh!
Sorry, Robin.
Ooh! Ew!
Oh, you're inside me?
Hey, be a good boy and hold still.
Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Doesn't that break her arm too?
Oh, I'm wonderful.
Yeah.
You people aren't human, are you?
Ew.
Good guess. They're chimeras. And they happen to work for me.
Oh hey! Black Panther?
Fullmetal Alchemist. Fullmetal
Oh!
Cool. You're actually hollow.
What?
The name's Greed, and I want to be your friend.
Then why don't you tell me what you people really are?
Huh? The girl in there is part snake.
Oh, wow.
And this big guy here, Cal.
Damn.
We've also got a lizard and a crocodile.
Ah.
And the little runt you took down earlier tends to lift his leg when he pees.
Only once!
Dogs?
There's a shadow world beneath yours that's jam-packed with the impossible. Now I'm more uncommon than they are. I'm a homunculus.
A homunculus?
You know what that means, right? I'm an artificially created human. Really, no joke.
Homunculus?
It's impersonate an alchemy.
Doesn't that book say you're not supposed to try and make people? You lie!
Dude, look at
Homunculus
Sam.
is just a theory. Nobody's made one!
Oh man. Guess I gotta prove it.
I don't remember that.
Why'd you do that to him?
Oh, that's actually really cool.
Yeah.
It's like a Titan. Damn.
Look at his hammer.
Oh, this is sick. Wow, this is weird. I like this.
That's one time I've died.
No way.
You get it yet? Nothing is impossible, alright? I'm a little surprised you would have such a hard time accepting that.
That's
considering
true.
you're just a soul in a suit
Yeah.
of armor.
I mean, that's,
Who
yeah.
told you that?
An individual soul transmuted and bound to an object? It sounds like that's the perfect recipe for immortality to me. Let me
Can he not
explain.
die? I guess I just always...
Freed. I want everything you can think of.
No, you saw what happened to the other armor guys.
That's what I mean.
You stabbed the symbol.
I am nearly 200 years old.
Dang.
But I wouldn't exactly say that I'm immortal. How'd you get your body?
Just make this easy and tell him. Unless you'd rather be examined.
She's still inside him.
You'll have to take
Yeah.
Or is she just sitting down so he can't get up or something?
Yeah, I mean,
Just weighted
I
down.
actually remember how I got it. But even if I could, I'm not the one who did the transmutation.
That's not a problem. In that case, I'll just ask the person who did.
Yeah. Wait, I thought they were coming to these guys to get the answers. Were these not the guys?
no.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Find him. But first, you tell me what his secret is.
Nah.
He beat his ass.
Little touch.
This guy's a homunculus!
Are you serious? Hey, way to ruin it.
We need to get some leads from him on how to get our original bodies back.
An Ouroboros tattoo. Why don't you just ask your partners whatever you want to know?
Partners?
Yeah, the rest of the Ouroboros gang from the 5th lab.
Yeah, lost.
They had a
what,
couple of
envy?
armor-bonded souls with them as well.
Well, it's kind of a long story, but we don't talk much anymore. I've got a little proposal for you. Because I could teach you how to fabricate your own homunculus in no time at all. In return, all I ask is you teach me how to transmute a soul. Classic equivalent exchange. Seems like you've got one that's perfect already.
No, I don't!
Sounds great to you? It seems perfect? You don't know anything about the hell he's had to go through stuck with that body! You kidnapped my brother and you want to trade
Look at all
secrets
that.
with me? I'm gonna crush you, creeps! I'll smash you and you! And I
Bonk.
won't give you slime!
Oh, literally, it's like he's getting put down.
Bitch!
Slower than a prisoner, I know!
Oh. Oh, so cool every time.
Hey, hold on!
Oh. Oh, he's fast too. Oh, it's great.
Sorry. That little hand sword of yours is kind of neat, but it can't even scratch my ultimate shield. That move would have hospitalized most people. All that sets me apart are my ultimate shield and my advanced healing powers. You lose your temper like this, and you're gonna lose my information and your brother.
My brother's fine. He's just waiting for me to kick your ass. You've already told us you're not immortal, remember?
Sorry to let you down, but I've been holding back. This obscures my handsome face, so I try not to wear it that much. I wasn't kidding, kid.
Oh, that's
Try
really
on
cool.
your
Yes.
So awesome.
Yeah.
I like the red too on it.
They're both missing?
Those idiots! They can't even sweep the street without
Look at
getting
his
in
face.
trouble. They're lucky I expelled them, otherwise I'd kill them!
Yeah.
Here, catch. A friend of mine noticed a short blonde-haired kid heading into a bar called the Devil's Nest.
It's the League of Chimeras, man.
The League of Chimeras.
Chilling in some bar.
Dang, he got his ass handed to him.
Yeah. My money was on him anyway.
Yeah.
You're chock full of piss and vinegar.
Ah. Oh man.
Oh
You
man.
gotta call Winry again.
Oh man.
You gave me just enough time to cool off and start thinking clearly. Is my mechanic amazing or what? Even after all this, it's still working. How long do you want to drag this out, kid? Stay down!
Oh wow. Okay.
Well, that was bizarre. Good as new.
Bring it, kid.
Get over here.
What was that for?
Oh.
Got
What
him.
the hell did you do to my shield?
Oh.
You may be a homunculus, but you really shouldn't have told me that your body is human, considering that means a third of it is made of carbon.
Oh
The hardness of
wow.
carbon varies depending on how the atoms are arranged, so it's obvious that's what your shield is made of. Once I got that figured out, the rest is simple alchemy. I'm glad to hear it! It's no fun if it's not! Shoutouts! And there's one other important thing I noticed! You can't harm your shield and heal at the same time! I think that it's safe to say that I underestimated you.
Uh-huh.
But how much longer can you keep this up in your condition?
Sounds like a My Hero character.
Yeah. Like a Kirishima, deeper Kirishima.
Sorry to barge in like this.
Let's go.
Teacher?
It's over.
You damn imbecile! You think it's funny not to put the broom away? I asked you a question!
No! I'm so sorry!
Oh, give me a break. Don't tell me you're gonna try and start anything, lady. It's no fun fighting a woman.
Boy. Didn't get dropped. What are you talking about?
Well now.
You've got
Just what
spunk.
the hell are you?
I am woman.
Asked what I am.
Simple hospital.
Housewife!
Ah, you bastard. That's a tease right there. That's so dumb. Frick.
So what I was gonna say, and actually this episode is a perfect example. You don't have to put this in the episode, but like my thing with the voice acting for the dub in this is kind of like my similar take to AOT versus dub in English.
Like,
For example, Levi. Levi sounds like a cowboy in English. I don't like that because I just don't. To me, he doesn't feel like a cowboy.
Yeah.
He doesn't act like a cowboy. I don't understand why they chose like to have that accent for him.
Yeah.
Great voice actor. Like, I don't think it's bad voice acting. It just doesn't fit. And then when you hear how he sounds in Japanese, I'm like, damn. Like he just sounds like a badass.
It's unforgivable. Or it's sorry, not unforgivable. It's like inexchangeable. Once you hear Levi the Japanese one, it's like damn near the best voice acting I've ever heard. For
Yeah,
anything.
but that's how I feel about this show. Roy Mustang in this, they do a good job because he sounds like a military sergeant. I still like the Japanese more just because it feels like Roy Mustang.
Yeah.
Granted, that's how I saw it the first time, but like that, even as we've like grown accustomed to like hearing both, and now in my head I can hear both voices, I still think that he feels more genuine. This guy, Greed, sounds to me like too much of like My Hero character. It like to me he just sounds a lot like a My Hero character, and that's not a bad thing. It's just English voice acting. But when he in sub, like he sounds like a devious fucking dude, like as devious as they can be. And honestly, he's one of my favorite characters in this whole show. I love him. I love Greed so much. So not to like throw in like there are amazing characters all throughout that show, so it shouldn't like skew your opinion on anyone else. Yeah, so I'm enjoying this. I just still like love the sub a lot more.
I get what you're saying, because when you say like when you heard Ed's voice in English, you're like that. It's what the fuck?
It's just jarring.
To me, that's Ed.
Yeah. And there are just some moments I think too, and this is more so just like my gripe with like dub, because I mean like I've been generally a dub guy most of my life. But my gripe with dub, in a lot of dubs, the emotion just feels super cartoony and fake. Where you get the emotion in a sub, it even though it's like anime and it's over the top, it still feels like
it fits.
It feels more genuine.
You know, it's actually really surprising since you brought. I'll keep it in just because it's what we're talking about now. But and we'll jump into the episode and the voices. For AOT, what's actually surprising, like when I think of a character, because I have watched the English and the Japanese, obviously watched Japanese first, but when I think of a character, surprisingly, my mental mind tends to hear the English voices first. Like I can hear the Eren English almost immediately, where I have to think a little harder just because Japanese is not my native tongue. And I know the voices, like Erwin Smith is my favorite character, so I can hear him yelling Susume or whatever he says all the time. But I always also hear Tenya Ida almost immediately.
Exactly.
Too. But I personally love the Japanese far more with AOT, but I think just obviously we're natural English speakers. I will always mentally gauge to what sounds like right in what I've grown up with. Yeah. So. Yeah, but I get that.
It's just a personal preference for me. Like I don't, it doesn't change. Like,
well, I'd be curious though for Greed, because you're saying he's super devious, and like I already don't get that. But I just met the dude.
Well, like I guess devious might not be like the best word for it. I mean, he's devious here. He seems
like
he's like a playful devious. Like
He seems like an asshole, but like an asshole you grow to love type of character.
Yeah.
Like I mean, there's those kind of characters in everything. But like, I already like the guy, even though he's an asshole kind of character.
Yeah.
Shall we jump into the episode?
Absolutely.
The boys were expelled from by their teacher.
Yeah, in reality,
it was another lesson.
Yeah, it was just saying now I am no longer this figure for you guys. So we're on an even playing field, so talk to me like a friend, I guess, instead of a mentor at this point. Or I guess the father or the husband said even playing field, like we're all just mutual.
They exist.
We're just mutuals now.
Yeah, we're just mutual friends, acquaintances, friends. Like they don't have to. I mean, like they're still going to talk with her with respect as like elder and mentor, but it's not like their teacher where it's like. Sit down in the corner, and they're gonna be like, "Yes." You know.
I guess military-wise, they're higher in rank anyway, and just like everybody else.
She's just a housewife, so
don't call her master anymore.
Yeah, she's badass.
Ed got a note from a mysterious person. Al, sorry. Yeah.
Al. The lizard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the little chimera.
Said to meet him in the alleyway.
Yeah. Okay, so wait, before we jump into the League of Chimeras. They were supposed to go find somebody who would be able to unlock Al's memories, or was it Al's memories?
They think the key to trying to figure out to bring their bodies back is due to the truth that they saw.
Whatever happened when Al disappeared through death.
Well, Al and Ed, but it's like
does Ed not remember what happened?
No, Ed remembers. Al doesn't.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Because he vanished.
So they just want to know like what really transpired between his spirit and like when he was somewhere.
They need to figure out what happened with him specifically.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. I would have. Then how? Wait. Then how did Ed turn him into a suit of armor?
He didn't.
How would he have known? He didn't.
No. Remember, you learn when
he got knowledge. Remember your internet, the thing that you call internet. He got knowledge.
And when
from
he
that.
just woke up, his brother was a droid or whatever?
No.
His brother was gone.
His brother was the sacrifice to bring back their mother.
As well as Ed's left leg.
So Al died as a whole. Ed lost his leg.
And gave up his arm to get the brother to return. I
Yes.
Yeah, well, no, he lost the leg first. Then he said, "No, I'm not losing my brother." He pulls over the armor, does the blood seal, and does his hand sign to bring him back.
Well, so that's what I mean. So he did bring Al back. So
But
he
Al
just bonded his soul.
Al's soul is bonded to it. He doesn't know what
where his body
it's not
is.
the same because essentially what we can gather from that is that what he went through and what Ed and the teacher went through are not the same.
Yeah.
Ed and the teacher went through the same experience because they sacrificed something but were still alive through
and
the
Al
process.
was the sacrifice.
Al was the sacrifice,
Yeah,
so we don't know what exactly happened to him in the
Yeah.
process. And he doesn't remember.
I would have just assumed that, I don't know. I guess in my own head, I didn't think of it as a big deal initially because I would have just thought his body got destroyed and his soul was, I don't know, gets sucked into the void, and then he just quickly, before the residual soul was gone, he just took the body and just hoped that the spirit was near him and that would just gather. But
no, I mean, whatever the truth taught him in that moment, he was able to bring him back.
So be it.
Yeah, their goal is to try and remember and see what they can learn to bring back his body.
Okay, well that's weird now that since we're using the word sacrifice, that Al was a sacrifice and Ed wasn't. Ed's still a sacrifice apparently.
Well,
the homunculus is.
For whatever they're playing.
Yeah, for whatever they're doing.
What the fudge? Okay.
Yeah. Also, now that Ed and the teacher can do transmutation without drawing a circle is because of the truth.
And Al still has to draw the circles.
Ed doesn't. Al has to.
Ed and the teacher can just do this, and they do.
Well, they gathered extra knowledge with whether they realized it or not.
Yeah.
It was probably during the download thing. It probably was too much for the human mind to understand, but somehow they've gotten things that are now new instinct.
I think that's what Ed said as it was happening. He was getting so much information it was hurting his head.
Sure, yeah. No. 20% of the brain power.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Limitless pill.
But
so Chimera, the League of Chimeras down in the basement.
They sent a message, lured Al in, and they want to learn the secret to his armor and how his soul is bonded to it.
Trap.
I'm trying to remember everybody I saw. There was the dog guy who had like the black hair
and the katana.
Yeah, the lizard dude in the little hoodie.
Yeah.
The girl was a snake?
Yep. Yeah. Okay. She had like a tattoo on her face and shoulder.
I thought her tattoo looked like Izumi's.
No,
not the same.
Izumi has the tattoo that's the symbol on the back of
Ed's jacket, and on Al's shoulder.
I really am gonna need like a diagram. I don't want to look it up, so maybe next time we come in, one of you can have that.
Okay.
Just to have visual, because it's a bit hard. Because symbols will come and go out of my mind.
There's a lot of symbols in this show.
Theirs is like a lot of lines, and then at the top are like circles. And then I think the homunculuses have like a dragon.
Yep. It's a dragon and like a triangle in the middle.
And then the chimeras have what?
Nothing.
Those guys, they just had different ones.
Nothing.
So
she just had a tattoo.
Yeah.
Okay.
The others didn't have anything though.
Okay. And then who else we had? We had the
cow
man.
The cow guy.
His body looked like scars. Like he looked like a scar. Or Jotunheim? Windenheim?
Hohenheim.
Hohenheim.
Jotunheim.
That's a badass
some
name,
Norse ass name.
Yeah.
Whatever.
There was an alligator or a crocodile. Crocodile. And there was one in the back that he didn't explain.
Yeah.
Isn't homunculus the term that Caleb always talks about?
It is.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why I've been screaming at him. I was like, Caleb, shut the fuck up.
What the fudge?
Okay, just for reference, our friend Caleb, who probably gets brought up more on this channel than in his life normally.
He was in 2 videos for the season 2 finale.
That's so rude.
The season 2 finale of Attack on Titan.
He's just a big memer, and he just always calls...
He calls me a homunculus. And then I to Google what a homunculus is, I looked it up, and it was like this like a Neanderthal ass looking. It was just a dumb person essentially. He was just calling me a dumb person.
I'll show you what it
is. Okay, so that's weird. I still don't know what homunculus actually means, or like what it might mean for this world.
Well, so they said
it's an artificial human.
So
Yes.
I wonder
Made
what's the
from
artificial
alchemy.
part. Okay. Oh, so birthed. So like they birthed a person through alchemy. Damn.
Yeah.
Right after the episode where we had, or 2 episodes after the baby, the miracle baby. Whatever. I still think it's a miracle.
Well, I mean, we don't know. I mean, like they could start out like we don't know. They could start out as like an adult, like you just form an adult. It might not be that they create like an embryo and then a fetus. And then a
Kind
baby.
of like a chimera. Like you can have a fully grown adult chimera and mix them with an animal.
Yeah.
Well, they're 200 years old, so whenever at least it happened for Greed, his process I would assume happened when he had a reasonable 100-year time span from at least 200 years ago.
Yeah.
So that also applies.
You
to
got a
at least-
name for their tattoos, the Ouroboros.
Yeah, they have said that before.
Yeah, I think so.
But once again, it's one of those things that was fleeting in my mind. Ouroboros. That's the dragon tattoo.
Speaking of that, when Ed barged in, am I skipping?
There was one other thing. So Al didn't believe. He didn't believe that Homunculus was real, or that he actually was Homunculus, and he also didn't believe that the chimeras, the talking chimeras, which we thought were impossible, what Shout Tucker or whatever his name was doing, the military's actually been doing it.
Yeah, that's even weird too. Wasn't the military asking him to make them?
Yeah, because he's a alchemist.
State alchemist.
So maybe he's like a licensed person, so to keep up the lie that it's an impossible thing. Because they're able to do it, but they don't want people to know, so maybe they just sell the idea. So they're like, "Hey, workers, attempt it the best you can, just to prove that you can't do it." But in reality, we've been doing it our whole lives.
Scapegoat.
Yeah.
Well, and Greed said there's a shadow realm.
Yeah, he said
underground.
It's what I say about video game consoles. In my mind, I feel like governments already know, like they're already on like the Xbox 5000. Like their tech is so advanced, but they slowly just act like we're getting these things every 10 years, but they really have like tech far better than us.
When the hoverboards came out, they actually have real hoverboards.
True.
Hoverboards?
You know, the
things
where you like roll.
I immediately thought Back to the Future. I was like, what world are you living in?
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. That they have the real hoverboards. Wow. What you were just saying.
Yeah, what you were just saying.
How
I know the analogy you're making, but there's really hoverboards?
No, the toy hoverboards have the wheels where you lean forward, lean back, and then go.
Yeah, those are called hoverboards.
The memes from like 2015.
You were saying that. I was like, when was this news leaked? I was like, I didn't know we had hoverboards. What the shit? It's like I know they're talking about aliens, but damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then Ed barges in to save the day.
Yeah. It was a really cool fight. I liked the aesthetic of Greed. Also, I'm just kind of like blown away that it is Greed. Yeah. Like it's another one of the sins.
Another homunculus.
Before that, Ed brings up Greed has friends who have the same Ouroboros tattoos, and Greed says, "Yeah, we're not on speaking terms."
Yeah, he's probably referring to the 3 that are
lust, gluttony, and envy.
All right, so maybe it's not like 7 deadly sins. That's just the name somebody gave them, but it's like a different species that maybe has more than 7. I mean,
we only have 4 now, so there still could be 7.
Yeah, there still could be 7. There still could be 8 or 9
or 20.
Yeah, the sins go on beyond 7. People just say the 7 deadly sins.
True.
There's plenty more than that. You actually, while we're still on the deadly sins, I got inspired to go and audiobook the Dante's Inferno.
Yeah,
that covers like it's like pseudo faith and science kind of ideas of like the journey of hell.
Yeah.
And
have you ever read it before?
No, I haven't. It was
crazy.
In high school. It was an option for people, but my curriculum didn't go that path. We went to a different fictional story. I would have, Dante's Inferno. The one I'm listening to isn't like standard English. It's still like I don't know,
New King James version.
Yeah, literally, like they're talking like you're listening to a Shakespeare book. So it's a little hard to grasp. But it's wild too because like how they're presenting our sin characters are almost like how the layers of hell are, because the first one is lust, and I think lust was the first person we saw out of the sins. Followed up by gluttony would have been layer 2.
I think it was in both. But
well, the second layer is gluttony. So the first 2 layers of hell were the first 2 presented. That's where it stopped. So envy wasn't the third layer.
No, envy is
I don't know
think
where
it was
that
closer
is.
to bottom. I can't remember.
I think Greed is 4th in that universe.
Yeah, I don't remember.
remember.
I mean,
It's been a while.
it's a fictional interpretation of someone's take on hell, but regardless, I thought it was a cool story. So highly recommend if you like that kind of like wild.
There is
stuff.
an anime of it.
Yeah, but that just so far in what I've gotten to, it's insane.
It's
scary because like the layers of hell and like what people are being tormented by in those separate layers are like
wild.
they're like the perfect punishment for the type of sin. It's insane.
yeah.
But that's a whole rabbit hole. But when I hopped onto this show,
Yeah.
or not hopped on, but like today's episode, I was like, I wonder if like this show will go like deep lore into like, because it is a spiritual show and it's also like a science-based show, like to some extent, like they dabble in the area. I was like, wonder how deep they will go with like that kind of stuff. Like, will there be like an ancient lore to all this kind of alchemy? Does it like predate like what humans have gathered recently? Is it stuff like at the beginning of time kind of stuff in this world? I also know that this world might be our world just because of in episode 3 they like made a reference to a story that's in our time.
Yeah.
The Greek story, I can't remember what it was. Icarus. Yeah.
Well, I would just say it might just be Terra, based on his tattoo.
Terra is Earth. It just means Earth. So
yeah, I mean, I feel like this is like an
offshoot,
like
AOT,
like an
offshoot.
alternate Earth, yeah, but Earth nonetheless.
Had things gone differently.
Yeah, and so his
Greed wanted to learn how to transmute a soul into something,
so he can be immortal.
So he can be immortal.
Yeah, because he likes how Al is created. He doesn't want to have to deal with human things. He doesn't want to have to feel pain when he gets attacked.
We watched Greed get his head blown off.
Yeah,
and it just grew back.
But I think he felt it. He feels.
Yeah, he
that,
did.
Which is
there was blood coming out of his mouth and nose.
That sucks. It sucks when you have like almost immortality, but you still feel the pain of like any other wound.
Yeah.
Because the fun form of immortality in fiction is when you don't feel the pain, so you can there's nothing stopping you, nothing to fear, but you still have the fear of like not being able to perform your best in the fight because it's still gonna hurt when you get stabbed.
Yeah.
So he can't. It's gonna be harder for him to go beyond plus ultra when he's getting shanked in the stomach by Ed.
It's like the pirates from the Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't think they feel pain.
They don't feel pain.
They don't feel anything.
That was the whole issue. That's what Al's dealing with.
Yeah.
The lack of feeling.
Yeah.
Which is even surprising that he's not like sociopathic or psychopathic at this point.
Yeah.
Because when you lose all senses.
I mean, he hasn't slept in years.
Yeah.
Or eaten.
I don't even know how that would work.
That's horrible.
14-year-old too. We also went to Scar's camp.
Yes.
We went to Scar's camp. We met the mustache guy.
From the wanted poster.
You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of the dude Mulan who...
I knew you were gonna say that.
He goes at the guy who has the pointy mustache, because
Yeah.
I've never seen a mustache like that before. It's the guy who like very snooty, writing all the papers. I don't think he's a part of is he a part of the military in that movie? You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think he represents the emperor or something.
Like he goes and gathers people, but he's not a military guy himself. That's what I thought of.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, he's got the literally noodle mustache.
Didn't trust Mulan at all.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
You know the law.
Yes.
That guy.
Yes.
For some reason, I thought you were talking about Pocahontas. My brain went there, and I was like, "How do you guys remember that movie? I don't remember that movie."
I need to watch. I haven't watched that.
That's so good.
That's one of the few old Disney films I haven't watched.
I know Mulan.
And
yes,
his Black Panther suit.
Well,
That's
I guess
why he said it.
Yeah.
I looked at you and you gave me this look of what the fuck?
Yeah.
You didn't understand?
No.
Yeah, I knew exactly what
I didn't know what he was talking about. Damn, I thought we were on the same page. When I looked at you, I was like, what?
I've been calling him Black Panther since the start of the show.
Okay. Yeah, when he saw them in the intro, he was like,
"No, I got it,
dude." Yeah. It's just
his
like
ultimate.
Marvel. It's like Iron Man's, it is like Black Panther's because it forms on your body.
Yeah.
Or I guess in the MCU, Black Panther.
His ultimate shield.
Yeah, and he can't heal as he's rebuilt or what?
He can't heal as it's reforming on him.
Yeah, okay.
It's made of carbon? Is that what Ed was getting at? Is made of carbon?
Yeah, Ed was saying that since he revealed that he's like a real
Human.
body and like he has an ultimate shield, it's probably just made of carbon because that would be like the hardest substance that he
human
can
can
form.
produce.
Yeah, like if you're gonna
Naturally.
produce what's in your body, like that would be the hardest thing you could do naturally. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah, and Ed was able to figure out how to break through that
Ed's a
shit.
genius.
Yeah,
He's
such
so
a smart
fucking
kid.
smart.
He's got those notes on par. He's been trying to figure it out for quite some time to get Al back.
So awesome.
You know, even before he lost Al, because that's how he had to do the bloody sacrifice. He had to know how to build a human.
And whose research was that?
His dad's.
Hohenheim.
Who's probably one of the sins or the father of the sins. Probably the father himself. They said there was a father or something.
Yeah, they did.
Some person.
Oh.
Really quick, returning to Scar.
Yep.
Scar's on a mission. And also the mustache guy wants to kill Ed? He hates Ed? When the hell would he even met Ed?
I don't know. We don't know yet. He just hates the Elric Brothers.
Yeah, I don't even understand that. Well, where's Scar going?
To go kill
more state alchemists.
Okay.
That's what his master said, like this path of vengeance.
Okay, yeah.
He just
wise man, and
he said his
he also
brother
mentioned his brother would not be
displeased.
happy with him for this.
Okay, so I have an idea who I would assume the brother is. It would be the other guy on the poster that we were looking at, who with the spiked teeth.
That
on the poster last in the mechanic land.
That's
Isn't that Greed?
Yeah,
that's Greed.
It's Greed.
Why wouldn't they
Greed
fill
on
his
the
hair
poster.
black then? They didn't fill in the hair. It was just like light hair.
They didn't fill in anybody's hair.
Yeah.
The
They
guy
just
with
did
black
like a-
mustache filled in with black. I don't know. I just
Remember what I said?
Okay.
Because he's a state. That guy was a officer in the military. They actually had a picture of him. The other two were just sketches of what they look like.
Yeah. So I guess Greed wasn't a state alchemist.
No, because he's a homunculus.
No, he's a homunculus.
Yeah, but they had I think the other homunculus was a state alchemist or somebody, the Wrath or whoever.
Who?
What?
I don't know. The guy that we were calling Wrath, who opens his hands and lights up Scar.
Oh,
he doesn't have the same tattoo. On
No,
his
he doesn't.
hands.
It's on the palms of his hands. The Crimson Alchemist you're talking about.
Yeah, I just assumed he was a homunculus.
Well, he doesn't have the Ouroboros
tattoo
tattoo that the others have.
He has like little circles on the palms
It's
of
like
his
a
hands.
circle and a triangle.
Yeah.
Like a fake pentagram.
Damn. Okay.
They do say his name in the first episode.
Oh, they do.
His name's Kimblee.
Kimblee.
That's a tough name.
Kimblee.
Dude,
I like that name, Kimblee.
In the sub, it's like Kimblee.
It's so tough, dude.
Kimblee.
Kimblee.
Kimblee. Okay.
The Crimson Alchemist.
Okay.
He's the one in Scar's flashback where
that's what
he
I was
just
talking about.
crumbles everything. Dude, if I'm being honest, I think that might
You were saying
Kimblee?
you thought
I
it was
think
Shigaraki.
Shigaraki's voice.
I would have to compare it to now Shigaraki.
It might be now Shigaraki's voice, actually.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It probably
be.
is though.
Deja vu, I think I had a dream about us saying this.
We did. We talked about this already. No, we talked about it. We during the episode when we were
No,
listening.
I mean, the exact same things you guys have said, I'm pretty sure I had a dream that you guys said that.
Because we literally said exactly word for word what we were saying during the prison episode.
Deja vu.
Clairvoyance.
Deja
no, I'm
vu.
done. During
Adam
the prison,
sees the future.
During the
Have you never experienced that?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I'm saying because it probably just hit you because during the prison episode he's saying, "Ooh, something shaking," and you're like, we all go, "Is that Shigaraki?"
Shiggy Diggy?
Yeah, we were all saying that.
Have you never had that?
Yeah,
I had that a
yeah,
lot in
deja
middle
vu.
school where I'd have a dream of something that happens in class and then 2 weeks later it happens, but I don't remember it until the moment happens.
You know, it's
Coming from you who had the out of body experience.
Oh, dude, that's crazy. I haven't thought about that in a while.
3 days ago, I was reading about somebody's like what science claims deja vu is. They say it's like a chemical. It's a chemical goes off in your brain unintentionally, and it's like a misfire and it just makes you think that you've had the moment because your brain just like it just misfired, like it just miscalculated what was happening everywhere. So as you're in the moment, you're like, oh, I've been in this moment. Supposedly.
Yeah.
As far as people see, I don't know how people would be able to deter that because deja vu hits you. It's so random. I genuinely do not believe that scientists have been like, we're just gonna study Adam and just watch him
until he has a deja
vu moment. Like it's like, how do you know how to calculate that? You know,
because all of my deja vu moments have been like such random. Like it could be like something where like I hear a song and I'm sitting and I look out the window and I see a kid walk by and I'm like, I feel like I've had this moment before with like the exact setting. But so like I've never had one where it's been like so like definitive, like, wow, we had this conversation. I remember Sam was wearing the white shirt with the army green pants. Like it's never that specific. It's always like, man, I just kind of feel like we've done this before already, or I've had this experience.
I feel like I've never had it more than twice in 1 year. Like
it's been a long time since
it's rare enough that I don't think of it often enough until it happens.
I used to have them way more. It used to be like a monthly occurrence for me. When I was like a high schooler that age.
Now I just have, I don't know if you call it deja vu. I'll be driving home and the moment I can really think of is I was listening to some Travis Scott song and he's at one point in the song he says green light. The light turned green as he said that. And it's like, what?
You ever, speaking of that, like when things happen at the same time, you ever say a word and then at the same time you hear like the TV say the same word? Like you said it in sync?
No, I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Well, it's exactly what you're talking about. Green light, boom.
Yeah.
Like you didn't plan for it, but like the occurrence happened at the same time.
There was a moment I was playing.
I hate when that happens.
I love it.
I was playing... There's a moment I was playing like video games and I realized that I was slouching over, so I was like, oh, I should prop myself up while I'm watching Let's Play Halo and they're like, oh, you can't headshot an elite because their bodies are slouched over. I was like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It's just happenstance of like the timing lining up. That's also why I think deja vu might kick, because like you have seen me in these pants before. Because I've like eventually on our show of
you're gonna start to see
episodes,
fits.
You're gonna see the same fits. Yeah. The lights are gonna hit the way the room is doesn't change that much. So deja vu maybe is like re-seeing things, but because it's in modern context, maybe the misfire is that you feel like you've been here, or that you've seen this in the future, but it's really something in the past. I don't know.
I would say the only thing that's weird about that is my deja vu moments are never in things like mine I've had are so random and they're so not like
you're sitting in the parking lot or something.
Like it would be like I never go to McDonald's and I happen to be in McDonald's and I have like a deja vu moment. Or I've never been to like a professional hockey game and I'm there and it's like, wow, I feel like I've had this experience already. Like that's like my deja vu moments. I never have one where it's like, oh, I'm doing the thing that I do I never sit at work and like while I'm at my like desk or in my office and I'm like, I've lived this moment before, because like I do every day. Every day.
Yeah, I don't think I have that.
My last deja vu was near that parking lot, across from the cheesecake, like just near there.
Way to dox us right there, but yeah, true.
People know that's not even a real term. It's just like it's just the slang of like what people call the area.
Google and say cheesesteak on your phone and see what pops up. I guarantee.
Fine, then I'll blur out what I just said. The last time I had deja vu was in that parking lot
by a cheesesteak
at the place that I just doxed us at. Yeah. So people don't know because I just had to bleep it out because I just said it.
They're like, look up every cheesesteak in the country.
Yeah.
I
am curious.
Cheesecake.
But our phones are tracked. When you scroll to the bottom, it's because we're. Fuck!
Told you. I told you. Saying. That was perfect.
Oh god, I love you so much.
I forgot.
Fuck!
I realized what I was saying. I'm just blurring out myself.
Oh man. Oh, can you just give me that clip?
I have to blur it out first.
Oh.
So the teacher.
Oh yeah. How did we go from talking about the crazy mustache man to deja vu?
We're here.
Yeah,
we're here. That's it.
Dude, I love you guys. This was a great recording.
It's been a fun night.
Oh man.
But Izumi rolled up to save the boys.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
she did the same thing Ed did.
The dumbass was like, "Woman, you got a woman in your crew. Like what?"
Yeah.
Fighting a woman is boring, and then he just got his fucking face kicked in.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "That's hot." Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Yeah. Sam likes to be stepped on by women.
I mean, yeah. It just her.
Frick. Anyway.
Do we have anything else?
No.
No, it was a good episode overall.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I mean, Roy has a squad.
Yeah.
He's selected his squad. They're all going to Central.
Havoc, smoking a cigarette, can't hang out with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I got from that.
Havoc, well, they're transferring to Central.
Okay.
And
that's not good.
True.
Yeah,
but he's trying
dangerous.
to investigate and figure out what happened to Maze Hughes.
That's dangerous.
This is,
either Havoc's dying and all the other ones are staying and we'll learn them, or all the other ones are dying and Havoc's going to be a character with Hughes. It's one of the two things. They didn't introduce... There was only one name that stuck out, so...
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye?
Yeah, it's like she's already a dude. She's already like one of the
bros.
One of the crew.
And, we've seen Havoc before, too.
Have we?
Yeah, he was...
Okay, I thought we did. Where did we see him then?
When the Scar blew up that place and they were trying to find him. He was with Roy.
Okay.
The rest of them
I was
are
gonna say, I thought they were introducing him as a new character, and I was like, I could have sworn I've seen this guy.
Yeah, and you saw all of them in one room because Edward repairs his radio. They were all in that room.
In the room when Ed left them and said, "I'll see you later, another day."
Yeah.
Okay. That's hard.
But they never introduced them all like
Yeah.
they did, except for Havoc and Hawkeye before. So
okay. Where's Danki Kaminari and Ejiro? Or Jiro?
I don't know. We haven't seen them since, or Major Armstrong.
I was about to say first episode.
Major had to stay for reasons. He was pulled off duty of watching the boys because of the Fuhrer or something. I think he was taken off task of watching them.
Yeah. Oh well, they wanted.
It was more so to keep his mouth shut about what.
Yeah,
they wanted
him to
about.
chill on the whole.
Yeah.
Like the Fuhrer wanted to keep it quiet on the possible demons or.
Was it not about Scar? Scar killing them?
I think,
or it was more about the Philosopher's Stone. He knew they were looking for the Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah.
And he knew they were doing research about it.
Yes.
And also, who was killing...
And the lab.
The lab.
They're all under
I don't know if I don't think I said... Last thought on the episode. I don't know if I said it, but during the rewatch of that episode, just through the editing process, I do trust the Fuhrer, actually. Okay. I know I've been pretty sus of him. Yeah. Not anymore.
Cool.
I think I was talking, or we were talking during the parts where we were coming in. I was like, oh wow. Well, during the rewatch, I was like, this guy actually seems pretty serious.
He's a pretty cool guy, yeah.
He seems pretty serious about
the
hush.
That's what I was saying, because he was he seemed like he was genuinely concerned too. You know what I mean?
It's hard to know, just being the most powerful of them. You would assume he's on the in.
Yeah.
But I guess people
sometimes
are
people conspire against you.
It's funny. I love him trying to escape from his higher ups. Or the guy's right under him, he just jumps out the window.
He's like, I just need some free time. See you guys.
Yeah, deuces.
Imagine the president walking in the room and doing that. You're like, what?
Dude,
you're like, yes sir, President sir. And he's like, all right, I need to go get some ice cream and get some alone time. Peace.
Deuces.
That'd be crazy.
Anything else?
No.
We're good.
Guys, if you love this reaction, leave a like, hit the subscription button, notification bell, all the other good stuff, comments and all that. Check out the Patreon if you want to see the show 1 week in advance. Check it all out. It's in the description. And we'll see you in the next reaction. Punch it. Bow! What a wonderful night. This made my day.
We got Squid Games, sir.
Yes!